Taboo. Namaste. This is Aset Segmet, your esoteric numerologist. This video is entitled The Number 13 and the Revelation of the Divine Feminine. Now, I recently completed some videos dealing with the annual year of 2013 of the universal year of 6. This video is the more esoteric side of the number 13, dealing with the year 2013. Most likely, this will be about 3 videos dealing with the Divine Feminine and the number 13, so I want you to hang in there with me. I've got a lot of good information to share with you. First, I'm going to start with etymology. I believe that you understand etymology. You have a good foundation into what words are really saying and what they really mean. My first word is 13. 13 is an old Saxon word. It means preotine. It means 3 more than 10, and it means a long dozen. My next word is divine. Divine as a noun is soothsayer. In Latin, it's called divinus, which means theologian. As an adjective, it means supernatural insight. As a verb, it means a god. So when you hear the word divinities, now you understand that divine is dealing with God. My next word is divination, which is a big taboo. I wouldn't understand why it's connected with the word divine, but let's break this down. Divination is a 14th century Latin word of divinatio, which means to have the foresight to predict. Debonair is another word, and that means to be inspired by God. So, taking the gloves off on this word that has been given a connotation of black magic, spells, and witchcraft, you can clearly see it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with our sixth sense ability to tap into the paranormal sight of our third eye. So when this particular word is given a lockdown, you better understand that religion does not want you to access your ability to walk in your divinity. My next word is nature. It is a Latin word. It is called natura. And natura means course of events. It means the natural character. It also means the innate ability or quality. So if I were to put the two words together, divine nature, it would be more like an innate quality or disposition to have the power to foresee the future or to be inspired by God to speak of future events. Harmless. But it can be acquainted to what we call pseudosciences, but science has a very deep foundation in the truth, and not so much in being pseudo. And I'm talking about in Revelation 2, the science of numerology. This is a very relevant science, as you will see. I'm also going to use the word feminine. What does feminine mean? Feminine comes from the Latin of feminis, feminina, which means woman or female. It also means she who suckles. So if I were to put divine feminine together, I would come up with women who nourish others through the inspired insight of God. So, harmless. But I just wanted you to get more of a background on what these words mean. I'm going to move now to what does 13 mean. But before I go to that, I want you to understand more about numbers. Even numbers are feminine numbers. Odd numbers are masculine numbers. There are always exceptions to the rule. You'll have some numbers that are androgynous. The 3 that I'm going to be ready to talk about is an androgynous number, which is a matropater number. It shares both masculine and feminine qualities. So with that, number 1 is the number of the monad. Number 1 is the original. It is the independent, unique, individualistic number that stands for your own will or your ego. It is aligned with the Magician card in the Higher Secrets of the Tarot, which deals with internal and external self-mastery. So you can see the alignment with the 1 and the Tarot. Now I'm going to go to the number 3. 3 is the number of the triad. It's the number of the Trinity. So when you talk about the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, you can also talk about the feminine aspect of the maid, the mother, and the crone. 3 is dealing with communication. It's dealing with expression. It's dealing with creativity. And so when I match that with the Empress, which is the 3rd card in the Higher Secrets of the Tarot, it's dealing with abundance and fertility and expansiveness. What is interesting is that 1 is dealing with the conscious self. 2, which is an intuitive number of sensitivity and cooperation and partnership, is a subconscious mind. 3, which is highly creative, this is a superconscious mind. And so when you add 1 plus 3 together, you're going to give birth to that which manifests from the conscious and the superconscious to bring about its will. 4 is the tetrad. 4 is the manifested formulator. It is the one that builds and constructs and gives us foundation. 4 is the physical number that deals with the 4 elements. It deals with the 4 directions. It deals with the 4 seasons and the 4 lunar phases of the moon. So therefore you have now a background of 13. And now to pull that all together, 13 is the number of the spiritual adept and the master, such as Jesus and his 12 disciples, or Arthur and his 12 knights. And so 13 is a number of power, possession, magic, and manifestation. 13 is a prophetic number, and it protects those who own that power. There is a saying that he or she who owns the power of 13 will have dominion and power. 13 is a number of change of plans. It's a number of unexpected events. It is a number that warns of the unknown. 13 also is the end of a cycle, such as in the 13 months. There are 13 full moons. There are 13 menstrual cycles, and there are also 13 zodiac signs in the Sahedral astrology, as well as the Native American and Celtic astrology. So, this is some background on 13, but I want to give you more information about 13 by using the tarot. So the 13th card in the tarot is called Death. It is also known as the Grim Reaper, but in actuality it is ruled by Scorpio, which deals with death and rebirth, whose planetary ruler is Mars. Mars is the planet of war, passion, energy. And so really this card is about death to matter, rebirth to spirit. And I'm going to go more into this card. If you follow me into my next video, I'm going to have more good stuff for you. If you want to learn more about numerology, I invite you to go to my website, spiritwisdomnumerology.com. Thank you for watching my channel.